if we can't see it, if we can't totally envision it, part one, and then if we cannot see ourselves in that life, part two, it can't happen.
Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game.
Any sort of change takes incredible courage, and it also takes incredible creativity. You know, our life is really a reflection of what's going on in our mind. You know, the mind chatter all day long is actually creating the reality of our life. So, to create a very different life, we have to start thinking differently.
All you need is love.
The first step is taking full responsibility for everything in your life, which is difficult. That's not always fun. But once you take full responsibility, you're the adult, you're the creator. I feel like visualization is such a huge, huge component of creating the life that you want. Everybody has this dream life.
Love is all you need.
But it's about creating a life that makes you feel happy, makes you feel peaceful, makes you feel that you are important, that your life is important, and your life has a purpose. The biggest component when you're starting to visualize your life is to kind of drop down into your heart space. Because we don't want to be in a greedy, materialistic frame of mind when we're creating this life. We want to be heartfelt, right? Because our highest life, if you have spiritual leanings, means that you are being useful in the world. So drop into your heart space when you're thinking about this life, and then think about how is it that you want to feel? How do you want to feel while you're doing your work? How do you want to feel in your relationship? And if you don't have a relationship and you're wanting one, imagine that fully. Imagine the kind of ways that you want to feel. And, you know, we totally want to flesh out this life. You know, go ahead and imagine the perfect living scenario. You know, who are you living with? How are you spending your time? These are so important. And then the next thing is really understanding who's that person in that visualization. So it's like watching a movie.
There's nothing you can do that can't be done.
You're watching a movie of your best life. Who's that person?
Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say.
She's actually, or he is actually, your highest self. All of those things are available to you, but it means acting in your highest ways, right? So, you know, when you're looking at this perfect life, what are you doing? What are your choices? What choices are you making? What are you having for breakfast? How are you spending your time? In what ways do you love the people close to you? What do you feel is your mission? What is the most important thing? Those are all the things that we want to try and hone in on as we're visualizing. And then as we take the exercise further and try to, the next thing is just believing, first of all, in that higher self, and then believing that that higher self is you already. It's you without any fear. So if you dropped all of your fear, the fear that you're aware of and the unconscious fear, if it all dropped away, you would be living your highest life.
All you need is love, love.
That person in my visualization, I can look at her as my own mentor. You know, she's you know, we all know what it feels like to envy someone in their life. So it's a little bit like, all right, how can I be more like her today? How can I make choices, you know, right at this moment? How can I do something differently to be more like that? That's actually how you create your life. That's how you create your better life, your dream life. I really want you to live your dream life. I think there's room for everybody to totally fulfill all their dreams. Thanks.
Love is all